Deborah Dahab, an expat coach, and I help people prepare for a move abroad and also help them adjust once they've moved. Today, I'm going to share with you some amazing tips to help you research more efficiently when you're doing your research online or on social media, which is something that tends to happen. What I see a lot of my clients doing is going on Facebook groups and specific to some country, like expats in whatever country, and asking questions there. So these tips will help you make this research a lot more efficient. So let's get straight to it. Tip number one, be specific. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen questions like, is expensive to go grocery shopping in so-and-so country? Is clothing expensive? Or how easy is it to get whatever? Those are very subjective questions because easy, difficult, affordable, expensive, that's really relative depending on who you're asking and what you're asking about. So be very specific on what you want to get information on. If it's groceries, what kind of food? Is it, or is it not food? Is it like household items? Or is it food? Is it organic? Is it produce? So be very specific on what you want information. The more specific you are in your question and your request for information, the better the answers will get and the more useful the answers will be to your research. The other tip I wanted to share is that it's really important to do research before asking on social media. Social media is very good at perhaps confirming or like letting people know, like, I found this out online. Is this accurate? Because then you can be really concrete on your question. So let me give you an example that I gave, well, like the groceries, for example. So instead of going directly on social media, even with concrete, specific questions, is it expensive to buy fresh produce or organic food or whatever? Again, expensive and affordable are relative. So what I suggest is to go online, figure out what are the gross online supermarkets. Pretty much every country nowadays has online supermarkets, and or if not, go to local online. Google will be your best friend with that. Figure out what your typical purchase would be. So let's say you go to an online supermarket and pretend you're making a purchase, and at the end you will see the total. Now, what you can do with that information is then, with that information, let's say it was $500 or whatever currency you're using when you pretended to make a purchase to see what that would cost. Then you go online on social media and you ask, look, I went to supermarket XYZ and I kind of put what I would typically buy for a month, and it got $500, and I got at the end $500 as the total cost. Does this sound accurate? Are there other supermarkets that might be more affordable or that might have other types of products? See the difference in how you're asking very specifically to a broad question where, you might get all types of answers. So that's the tip number two, which is by being specific first, do your research second. And the third aspect that I tip and that I would suggest is when you're on social media, and if it gets too toxic, because it can be, sometimes people are very rude online, take a break. Figure out other ways to research. You can do your research online and go there to be very specific and confirm. But what I would say is that if you're starting to get too frustrated and too flustered with the response online, take a break and see how you can make your questions even more targeted and focused, because the more specific and factual based you are, the less the likelihood that people will give out opinions, or if they do, at least not random opinions. They will substantiate their opinions based on what you're asking. With the example of, is $500 an accurate amount of for a four person family in this city? So I hope these tips were helpful. The idea is to really make the research a lot more efficient and save you time, save you energy, save you money, make it a lot more enjoyable. If you found these tips interesting, consider taking a look at the Master Your Move program. The links are down below. If you want to schedule a call with me, a free call, we can talk about the program. We can talk about your international relocation journey and see if there's a fit. Remember to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Let me know if I can help you with anything else regarding your move abroad. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.